It's important to know that, of course, not a single one here has all of everything that we need to know and is perfect in, in their performance of conveying an experience that really, as a collective, as just an individual, you have a profound responsibility to do the right thing and pay attention, right? We talked about that, but now the question is talking about the tools that we use to look into fields of information, whether it be the past, the future, or now, and whatever, right? Astrology is one of them. So the question is which one do you think is the right and wrong one? Vedic or Western? Astrology is astrology, whether it's a Vedic or a Western. Let's get that across, because it's not going away from pointing at the truth in reality. And boy, pretty much any experience in reality that you can think of. I mean, it's kind of a trip. It's kind of boring, right? Now let me get to finish up the answer, maybe to illuminate more. So, the way that it works, it's the same as this. Like a tarot throw, it's going to speak to your the need of your longing or curiosity or question. It's just a representation. It's giving you a possibility there. See, none of it is more valid than the experience itself of life. I know this sounds all cheesy and everything, but no, it's all going to start illuminating within your curiosity. A lot of people they want to know what their career has in store, or is it a good time to buy or sell or something, or of course, big time is for relationships. If you don't know astrology, see, whether it's Vedic or Western, astrology is astrology, because what it's doing is it's pointing at an experience, a reality that says Venus is woman. So your planets are in different places, I think, on completely different sides of the earth, and that's what I'm pretty sure. I trip out people at a party, by the way. I think that when you move to the east, it might be switching it goes back into and see, again, reiterating that salt and pepper is salt and pepper, no matter where you are in the hemispheres. If it's night and day, you're still going to taste it the same kind of a thing. And that this is all Antichrist if you think it's the actual experience, if you think it's the truth. What I mean is how that it's being conveyed. See, I have to pa 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 pa, or we write something down. See, the very, very important thing to know is that the nature of talking and words, this has yet to be broke free as a real conversation. Um, Especially in the West now, whatever has plagued the global population, as these people who think that they can hear the word water and think that they are getting wet, right? They see, that's now, you love your subject matter of narcissism. Now I get to type it there. Narcissists on this video are mentioned. What I mean is, now narcissists have this field of information that they rely upon solely, which is their mind, and it's called the fully encapsulated mind. It's only aware of its snapshots and also, wow, the traditional value and all the junk that you can put on there, but mainly it's a subconscious, because there's like three minds here. There isn't a mind with one of them. I'm pretty sure it's just pure awareness, and that's, you can call it the mind of God, but it's love. Okay, so in between you have the middle dimension, which is all of these truths that are pretty much the same for all of us. And that's something that there's some modern day shit. See, this is why that we can time astrology. The sun comes up. I mean, you can say a certain time. Wow, what an illusion, right? Oh my God, really? If you really knew, you can get past this. See, your job is to get past all that possibility that astrology, whether it's Vedic or Western, uh, it's called transcendental meditation. You are, in fact, in this life, you are doing a transcendental meditation that eventually the process is, and I hate to break it to you, but it's to let go of all of this and say, you know what? It's happening. It's all here. And so it kind of just disappears. And which is great, because what I mean is now you see the whole program. Everything is kind of so programmed. Everything is programming. That's why you really do want to learn astrology that points at this cosmic programming. It's like we're on a loop-de-loop here. It's all a fucking loop-de-loop kind of thing. See, now, I was talking about narcissists. And their loop-de-loop is the information field of the mind, which who knows what is going on there, because it's very complex trying to get into our bodies and begin to speak about what, as little children, but it's worked out. No, I'm not saying it's just a random thing. It's a very, and we are a technology, and if a 120-year-old man or woman has done their life right, they still have this particular intelligence system that knows wholeheartedly that they have this right, and that is to be free. And see, but it's lost. See, a child knows that they have that freedom, and they fight tooth and nail. In the beginning, that's what's happening. Yeah, aside from the terrible twos, there's just a point of hyper learning that happens if you look up child psychology. See, narcissists aren't doing this at all, and it's like, ah, they don't even consider that kid is learning on its own. So, such important things that it's a privilege to be around it, to see them. Because, come on, I've never had any, but don't they get curious and ask you a question every once in a while? And boy, what are you going to do? Can you just go through experiences, or are you going to go through a book? You have to go through the experience. My experience I've had with other people's kids, it's always me, right, that busts them through into a new learning experience, which everybody's going, ah, with growing pains. It's mainly the parents that have the growing pain. Do something about it. For some reason, it's just like, get on top of shadow, let's see it. And it's because I'm an Aries rising. I don't know. I was a so-called child prodigy when I was younger, but I don't think it's a big deal to be. If you're exposed to it, you're just going to start doing it, especially music. That's what I did. But I have 5 planets in Libra, and there isn't a 5 planets in Libra on this planet, or even 3, that they don't like music like crazy. They do like music, and if it's enough planets, of course they play it. What they say is "I love," and it's like, well, it's changed to "I balance," and that's even more. It's like, okay, if you guys don't understand love, this is what we mean: self-organization, human. The human being needs to get their balance. There's 2 occupations here within the organism. One is actually achieved as a human being, and that is called love, and or an enlightened being. It's what we strive for. We want to keep that heart open. So I was talking about that mechanism that's there. I know that one is there in the child, um, that fights for its freedom at all costs. It will, it's in a tedious position. It wants to learn, and it has to have freedom to learn. You cannot learn otherwise, and that freedom is paramount to your having gathered in the right information out there to start to connect words up to what's happening. See, that's what's trippy about a lot of people that don't know. Okay, first of all, the words aren't ever going to give you your experiences. That is the Antichrist that says, I'm the truth, and it's not. I wanted to clarify that. Words, it's a huge conversation to make sure we can open up and keep looking at. Yeah, no, narcissists make sure it's called the abracadabra. They're the ones doing abracadabra, and they're just for sure they know. By a word, God created creation of creation. It's like, no, it's actually a sound. A sound. It's not a mouth noise. It's sound, more like musical. you know, a geometry, math. Math has made the universe. Now, having said that, the symbol system, the alphabet, the English alphabet, there's a little bit going on there. We can check it out. It's fascinating because it's all right here in plain sight. If you want to open up that interfacing system that begins to rewire your perception into your intellectual belongings, which is you are one with the universe, and we live in outer space, and there is the truth there. The truth is floating around. You are a truth floating around. See, here we are. We're grounded. How is it happening that gravity is happening? We still really don't really know. Like Einstein, who says the gravity is caused by acceleration. We are moving, and so you're just like pressed, you know. And I don't think so. I think it's electrical. I think it's magnetic, highly. And things are kind of that it's really that we're standing on end because it's static electrical. It's very electrical. We are being like animated by this highly plasmatic. It's an electrical field which is called the plasmatic field. You want to get your words right, which is see, to simplify and get away from Babylon and go back to just a very general thing, to begin to just why? Well, it's funner to be more in connection with the actual way that the universe is working, because you too can become a creator of creation if you get the truth. It's a school. The truth is the same for everybody here. Just like that water has three different ways about it: the gas and the liquid and the solid, and it does the same thing as it happens to be if you kind of register with us a little bit. The cold ass air down to a certain point, whatever the mercury reads, while they put a number in a slit. So it's like, you know, there's stuff here already that we've done, so don't lose track of the tools we have used. We use cups, which is the U shape. That's the U. We use tubs full of stuff, but cups is, you know, you're a tub. You have a tub full of mush up here, and but really you want to look at energy. You want to look at energy flows. That's what the vowels are pointing at. See, I'm getting back to my subject matter of the higher vibrational frequency. Is just you want to look at God and experience in reality. So I don't know everything. I only know 2% of how the universe works, right? But I promise you, start fitting keys with the English alphabet. Just I'm going to start refining this for you. It'll make so that a 5-year-old will say, "Oh, that's amazing. I guess we won't have to change this from now on." It has to become a trend that your documentation, especially the documents, see, it doesn't matter what the sheep are babbling, ba 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 ba, down in the meadow chewing their cud. It doesn't matter. Um, it's this. The truth is the same for all. The grass is green. You need water, right? If you're going away from that, then we have to question whether or not you're humane. See, because the universe is human.